Hey there, YouTube. It's Team Rapid Comments here with another deck profile brought to you by Alex's Dark World Turbos. Take it away.
Alright. Okay, here we go. Start with 1, 2, 3 Grapha. It's the most broken card in the deck. When it's discarded, you can pop a card, and you can bounce 1 Dark World back to your hand and special it from the grave. It's very recyclable and almost too broken.
So it's its own monster one.
Yeah. 1, 3 Snow. Wyatt is the searcher of the deck. It's a 2000 beater with gate, and when it's discarded, you can basically add any Dark World card to your hand, spell or trap or even monster, and it's also a target for deck dev. Next up is 3 Brow. It is the draw power of the deck, so, and also a tour guide target, so why not? And 1 Beige. Its effective special from the grave is broken, and it's also level 4, so you can normal it or special it and bounce for Grapha. Next is what I get the most hate for. 1, 2 Gold. Why, you ask? It just makes it more consistent, and you can Xyz for rank 5s, because Adrius is broken in the deck, so why not? 1, 2 Silva. Again for consistency. And yeah, just Xyz for rank 5s, banish it for Allure. 1, 2 Tour Guides. It specials Brow from the deck, and you can bounce Brow for a Grapha or Xyz into any rank 3 you want. And it got hit to 2, so right now I'm just going to run 2. Next up, 1 Raven. Raven is like a card destruction, a walking card destruction, and it's also a tuner, and it's a fiend, so you can banish it for gates or whatever. And 1 Malefic Stardust. It can get over Dalka and Logia and some of those other good Xyz out there, or a Xian, suicide into it, and it protects your shield spell, and combined with Skill Drain, and this card is broken. Now, onto the spells. 1, 2, 3 Gates. This is the main draw power of the deck. It is just more than broken. All fiends get plus 300 attack and defense, and once per turn you can banish a fiend from your grave, discard a fiend, get its effect off, and draw a card. 1, 2, 3 Dealings. This is my favorite spell of the deck. It's a free +1 and then a +1 for the discard a fiend to get its effect off. 3 Dragged, most broken spell on the deck by far. You get to see their hand and discard a card of your choice, and they get to discard, well, whatever Dark World you have left in your hand, pretty much, and then you both get to draw 1. 1, 2, 3 Upstart makes the deck way more turbo. And I don't really care about the life points, so honestly it's just 1 Grapha attack and the life points are gone, even if you activate all 3 in the same turn. And it basically makes your deck a 37 card deck. 1 Allure. You can get rid of the useless gold or silver in your hand, and it's a pot of green. 1 Card Destruction. If it was at 2 or 3, I would run 2 or 3, but it basically ditch your whole hand if you have too many Dark Worlds or no spells, and you get to recycle your hand and get all the effects off. And as for staples, I run 1 book and 1 Monster Reborn. Oh, why no heavy and Dark Hole? Well, I don't like to get rid of my back row or monsters. Now for the traps. 1, 2, 3 Reckless. Reckless is basically a pot of green, and all it costs is you skip your next 2 draw phases. And if they heavy storm, you can chain 2 or 3 or even 1 if you want to their heavy or MST or something, and you get to draw more cards, and all you have to do is skip your next 2 draw phases. But you draw so much anyway, it doesn't matter. 1 Deck Dev. This card is going to be really good next format, and it already is. It screws over frogs, evils, and basically everything back with the low monsters. Okay, now 1 Mirror Force. I don't care if it's at 2, I already have enough defense, so just run 1. 1 Skill Drain. So good, it doesn't affect your Dark Worlds at all. I mean, after you get your Tour Guides off, and you can go into Acid Golem or whatever, or Malefic Stardust, and it really doesn't affect you much. Now for the extra deck. Two Leviathan. Honestly, I'm thinking about taking out 1 for something else, but as of right now, it's pretty solid. 2 Zenmaines. Why? It's just really good defense. I mean, sometimes you have a really crap hand and you have a Tour Guide. Hey, this protects you for at least 3 attacks. 1 Tempo. Why? Just because it's a Gotchi killer or a Zenmaines killer. Detach 1, and it also gains 300 for gates because it is a fiend. And yeah, overall it's pretty good. 1 Acid Golem. Well, after you get all your special summons off, you can go Tour Guide into this, and yeah, it's pretty good. It's a game winner. Get over BLS and stuff. Next, 1 Utopia. I don't have room for Utopia Ray yet, so just gonna leave it at that. And I hardly ever go into this. I've only gone into it like maybe once or twice, but other than that, it's just a stall card. 1 Tiras with Mirror Force now at 2. This card is utterly broken. I mean, at the end of the battle phase, if it attacked or was attacked, you can destroy 1 card on the field. It's pretty nice. 1 Atreus. Yet another pretty broken card. It's a 29 beater with gates out, and it pops a monster. Now 1 Zenmayo. I really love this card. It's a 26 beater. Detach 1, blow up 2 of their back row or 2 of their set monsters or whatever. 1 Crimson Shadow. If you don't have a Tour Guide out, and you have like 2 brows, or 2 golds, 2 silvas or whatever, you can Nixies into this, and it's basically a Zenmaines for those 2 turns. 1 Heretic Sun Dragon Overlord of Heliopolis. Damn, that's a mouthful. Basically, you ditch cards in your hand or field, and blow up the same amount of cards on their side of the field. I know you don't get the Dark World effects off because it is tributing and it is a cost, but other than that, it's a pretty good field wipe with 2 Graphas. 1 Dark Highlander. It's a 31 beater with gates, and oh my god, it runs over Sheehan and BLS, and it stops Sam's dead in their tracks. 1 Crap Dragon. Honestly, I really am going to take this out when number 22 comes out, and it's just a filler right now. And 1 Stardust for Malefic Stardust, or Raven if you have to. And that's it for the deck, people. Like, rate, comment, subscribe. Thanks.
As always,